I woke up at 4 a.m. to the sound of trickling water in my house. It turned out that my sump pump was not working and it wasn't pumping water out. I took it out and it turned out that it was very corroded, and I thought I will try give it a clean and see if it works again. I only replaced it last year. This was supposed to be a pretty good one, but it just didn't work. I think it burnt out. I think something got trapped in the impeller and I tried to clear it out, but that didn't work. So I had to improvise and I had to use my pool pump to pump out the water temporarily until I could get a new one. I had to run a hose right through my house into the sump just to get out the water that was there so I could maintain it until I had the chance to get a new one, as I still had to go to work and I still have to go and pick up the kids. I was a little nervous that this wouldn't work because I've had this pump for quite a while and it has been used on many job sites when I am pumping water out of holes that concrete are going into, so it doesn't always get the best care taken out of it, but I was very lucky today.
The water is getting so close to the edge here. And I also found this other part of my house where the water is coming up from the foundation. And the overflow from this and the sump. Luckily, that's the only thing keeping me away is going into my septic pump, which is, you can hear running, which is what woke me up at 4 o'clock this morning. And I realised that if I didn't get on top of this, that I was going to have a major flood. Please work, please work, please work, please work, please work. Oh, it's making a noise. Let's go check. Yes, come on, let's go see. Let's go see if it works. Come on, this way.
Unfortunately, I am not in a position to be able just to pay a plumber to come out and fix these problems, so I have to figure a lot of this stuff out on my own. I would say I'm a plumber, but I'm fairly handy when it comes to repairing things in order to save some money and maintain my property. The original pipe that I had seemed still in pretty good condition. It just needed to be a little bit shorter and the fitting was different, so I had to replace the fitting. A few years ago, I probably would have got quite stressed about this situation, but as I get older, I have learned that I can just accept that the situation is happening and do my best to fix it. I know I'm probably going to get a lot of comments telling me I'm doing it wrong, but this worked and it has stopped my basement from flooding, so that is good enough for me for now, until I can come up with a more sustainable solution. This pump was fairly well priced. It was quite cheap compared to some of the other ones. I would like to have got one of the other ones, but I cannot really afford to do that right now. So this is going to be a temporary solution just to get me through the spring thaw. It has been warming up here now in Ontario, Canada, and there is a lot of snow and ice in the ground, and it basically just floods everyone's basement. So if you don't have a sump pump or if your sump pump breaks, basically your basement will just flood, and hopefully you have good insurance. The first time I put the pump in, I realized that the floating switch was in a position where it could get stuck, so I spun it around so that it could work properly, and then I tested it and it worked quite well. If you do have a sump pit in your house, I would always recommend having a backup plan just in case it fails.